Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
It's kind of appropriate to spend Christmas in the barn, isn't it?
Yep. You know, it's where it all began, in a stable. Yep, the whole Christmas thing. Yeah. So, yep, it's perfectly appropriate to hang out. Yeah.
So, sweetie, as a born and raised Jew, what does Christmas mean to you?
So celebrating the birth of my Savior, Joshua ben Joseph, the greatest prophet of the Hebrew people. And this isn't any for, I'm not trying to convert anyone else to my point of view. I'm just declaring who I am and who my ancestors were and where my allegiance lies.
But you are Kofifi first.
Well, yes. Yeah.
And what does being Kofifi first mean to you?
My first duty, obligation, and joy is to maintain my connection to my Creator and source of my being. And everything else follows from that.
I love you.
I love you. We've upgraded and downsized at the same time.
How do you feel about this property?
Oh, I like it. It's very pretty. It's great views. Nice setting. It's very quiet, especially on holidays when there's no traffic on Shaw's Creek Road. But you know, I mean, the back is just endless fields and woods and little creek. Charming. Very charming. Can you hand me that pry bar? Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you must love it because you are looking after it as if it is your own.
Yes, I am.
Are you putting your heart into this farm again?
Oh yeah, I always do that. I've lived on a lot of farms over the decades, in many different places, different continents, and I've always dedicated myself to enjoying them as thoroughly as possible and looking after them as if they were my own, and indeed they are my own, because I own the earth. It belongs to me, and I to her. So.
Because you're so meek?
Well, I'm just claiming ownership. That's all. Somebody has to, right? Oh, it is my own. I told you, it's my planet. And I dare anybody to show me otherwise. Show me their proof of ownership. What piece of paper shall they manifest that declares that they own this planet? It belongs to them. Today, I'm just looking after what's above. Did you know that? As above, so below? You never heard that old thing from Hermes Trismegistus? Hermes the thrice majestic. It's a great dictum, as above, so below. Anyway, today we're doing the above. Of course, somebody's ceiling is always somebody else's floor. Right? One person's ceiling is another person's floor. Yeah. The universe is very well organized that way. Mm-hmm. I don't know how they manage to do it, but they squeeze a lot of dimensions into, everyday, what we call everyday reality. Common everyday reality, as if there's anything common or everyday about this reality. Okay. Leave no nail behind. No nail unpulled. Oops, there's one.
Tell me about those dimensions again.
101 dimensions? Or is that Dalmatian? It's all those spots are so confusing. No, the universe, reality is very serviceable. In other words, it's all about frequency, right? If you're tuned into a certain frequency, you have a certain experience. If you tune into a different frequency, by golly, you have a totally different experience. And you don't have to go anywhere. It's just a matter of tuning. Just like your radio. You know, you have one radio, it's in the same place, it's in your car, it's in your kitchen, or it's on your phone, or whatever. And you can tune into 100 different stations. And each station can be broadcasting a totally different message, a totally different language. So, what we think of as our everyday reality, consensus reality, the world that we occupy, is also just a frequency that we have tuned into collectively and individually, and lo and behold, we have a world. If we could tune into a different frequency, we'd have a very different experience and a different world. Some of these are pretty rusted. No, I'm very glad I did this, because it was really kind of ugly with all this old spider webs hanging down.
The barn looks loved, sweetie.
Well inhabited too. Dogs, cat, goats, spiders, plenty of spiders.
And baby goats in the spring.
Yeah, that'll be a treat.
Dusty work. Shouldn't
It
you wear a
is
mask?
dusty. Yes, I should, but I hate wearing a mask. Especially if I got glasses on. 'Cause my
Oh, it gets so
glasses
foggy.
get fogged up.
I know.
Anyway, I had a mask here. I just didn't wear it. Anyway, I did open up the doors. Kept the air moving.